Will down start for West Ham this Thursday at the London Stadium as we take on FCSB, a Romanian side, in our first Europa Conference League group game. Before we get into it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you are new, check out our channel sponsors SRM Carver and Son by clicking the link in the description down below. So this is my team news and starting lineup prediction. This is what I want to see David Moyes do on Thursday night. Mix things up, try new players in new positions in this Conference League. But of course, we cannot underestimate our opponents. FCSB, highly regarded as the best team, I believe, in the Romanian league. Romanian side, I believe they previously were called something Bucharest. I'm not quite so sure about that, but we can't underestimate them. Without further ado, let's get into my team. Before we do though, drop a like, subscribe, as I said, check out our channel sponsors SRM Carver and Son by clicking the link in the description down below. So let's start off in goal then. I mean, it's going to be Areola, really, isn't it? I would start Areola. Seems to be our cup in Europe. Cup in Europe goalkeeper. So I think that will continue. Areola in goal, complete no-brainer. That one for me. Left to right in the defence then, of course, with the injuries to Creswell and Johnson, Moyes is confirmed are still there. It's going to have to be Emerson for me at left back. Another run out for him, and we can see what he's like against these sorts of opponents. Whether this can consolidate when we've got all our left backs fit. Well, I mean all of them. I mean Creswell and Johnson. That perhaps he is more of a cup fullback, or he should be overtaking the likes of Creswell to be starting in the Premier League. This is a big game for him, I think. Going into defence, I think it's going to be Angelo Ogbonna. I'd be resting Kurt Zouma for this game. Angelo Ogbonna, he's looked decent when he's come on. I don't think he's currently injured. I think he came on for the game against Chelsea in the last few minutes, but is okay, raring to go. So I would start him alongside him, depending on injuries. If he's fit, I'm playing Craig Dawson, because that means I'm going to put Thilo Kehrer elsewhere and put Soufal on the bench. But if not, if Dawson's not fit, I'd start Kehrer at centre-back and then Soufal at right-back. It would be great to see him back in that back line. You know, the talker of it all, Dawson and Ogbonna, the first big partnership, the first really big, good partnership we had back in December 2020. This is where it started for Craig Dawson, and it would be great to see him back. So injury dependent, I would like to see Thilo Kehrer play at right back. Previously played at right back, a good opportunity to see what he's like there and potentially an option. We believe Harrison Ashby's picked up an injury, so I think he is out. If not, I would start him. But Thilo Kehrer can play centre back if perhaps Dawson isn't fit and Moyes doesn't want to play Kurt Zouma. So there's all sorts of different things that could happen there. But that's what I'd go for, injury dependent, of course. Let's go into my midfield then. And Flynn Downs gets a start for me. David Moyes has hinted, and he said Flynn has done well. He's definitely in the running to start this game. He has to start this game, otherwise it's just going to turn into another Alex Krauss situation. He's got to start Downs from the start, and then obviously injury dependent. He's got to keep him on, give him a full run out, and let's see on the pitch at the London Stadium. Let's see what he's got for a full 90 minutes, because we haven't really seen a big deal of him yet, and I think this is now the perfect opportunity for him to come in. He has to be starting these Conference League games. That's non-negotiable for me. Flynn Downs has to start. And to go alongside him, Thomas Tuchel has picked up a minor foot injury. Hopefully he's going to be back for the game against Newcastle at the weekend, but he will not be available. So I was going to anyway, but I'm going to put Fornals alongside Flynn Downs. I'm going to drop Fornals back into that midfield position, which I think he's done very well in the past, which means we can also rest Declan Rice, which is key as well, I think. And he can perfectly play in that role. You know he's going to give 100%. You know what he's going to give, and we all know he can play that position relatively well. So I think those two could be a good partnership in midfield. For me, Downs and Fornals. Moving up the field then, in the centre attacking midfield position now, the player that I've got at right midfield and centre attacking midfield, I think can alternate. They can play either way. It's Benrahma and Paqueta. Benrahma, Paqueta, they could alternate between the right hand side and the attacking midfield, but just for purposes I've put Benrahma there because he was already saved on my system. Benrahma to start in that position again. Let's give him another opportunity. He's playing well. Let's continue that, in my opinion. On the left, Maxwell Cornet, of course, should have opened his account in all competitions for West Ham United at the weekend. Of course, that didn't happen. Do it now, Maxwell Cornet. Do it against FCSB on Thursday night. For me, again, got to start. It's non-negotiable. Cornet has to start this football match. Out on the right-hand side, Lucas Paqueta. As I said, him and Ben Rama can alternate, switch things up, whatever they want to do. But for me, Lucas Paqueta gets another run out. He's looked lively in the couple of games he has played. Of course, Chelsea and the substitute appearance he made in our last Premier League game. So Paqueta, he's looked lively, and let's see what he's got. Come on, let's see him. Let's see him again. Lucas Paqueta, he's exciting the fan base. So let's just add fuel to the fire in a good way. Let's start Paqueta again in this game. Of course, if he is match fit enough. And up front, depending on whether he is fully fit or not, Gianluca Scamacca, he should be. He's been training. We've seen videos and everything, back to fitness on Twitter and all of this sort of stuff. So I expect Scamacca to be match fit. And if he is, he starts for me. Give Antonio a rest. And let's see Gianluca Scamacca start up front for West Ham United on Thursday as we take on Romanian opponents FCSB. That's a tongue twister. In goal, Areola, left back, Emerson, Dawson, and Bonnet as a centre backs, right back, Tilo Kehrer. Downs and Fornals in midfield, centre attack in midfield, Ben Rama out on the left corner, right hand side, Paqueta, and up front, Gianluca Scamacca. Do you agree with my lineup? Put that in the comment section down below. What's your preferred lineup for this game? Put that down there as well. Thank you very much for watching. From me, come on your minds, and we'll catch you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Cheers, guys, and bye-bye.